Hey everybody, I'm back. I'm back to do a reading. Let me see this camera angle. I don't know. This is not how I normally have it. I'm lowering you. This might work. Let's see. Oh, the chair is so muggy here. The chair is sticking to the floor as I try to tuck in. All right, so don't follow any links in the comment section or emails in the comment section of either of my channels. Those would be scammers. Don't do it. Don't follow anyone ever on any channel that's soliciting you for something. More than likely, it's scammers. Better to be safe than sorry. All right, the healing intentions is set for you folks as per the usual. If you so choose and you want them, decree that for your highest and greatest good, only and always. Let's talk. All right, so I've received two things today from two people I care about very much that are really pissed off about the article that they sent me. I haven't read it. I did see the title. The title said that it's, you know, the Department of Justice is saying that Jeffrey Epstein did in fact kill himself, and he did not have blackmail files on people. So they're really mad, and I'm not worried about it because I'm always getting that we're living in this illusion and that things are, you know, not as they seem, and the universe tells me we're covered, and I trust the universe. So anyway, that's just me. Let's get a true story, a pathway around Jeffrey Epstein, because I think he's still alive. That's my personal opinion. Let's see what the universe wants to show us as far as the story around Jeffrey Epstein. This is going to be a quick reading. Hopefully. All right. Because I want a really cold shower right now. I am so sticky and sweaty and icky and pooey. So, hopefully this is going to be a quick one. So let's get a 7-card spread, you guys. True story around Jeffrey Epstein, please and thank you. The man that we all know as Jeffrey Epstein on the world stage. True story. Please and thank you. Give us the truth as the energy stands today. Please and thank you. Let's do a 7-card spread, get a pathway, and a story. You guys seeing this? Camera's not really the way I normally have it. I don't know what's going on, but we'll make this work, you guys. All right. All right. So let's get a true story around Jeffrey Epstein. You guys can see those pretty good, I think. Let's just move that a little bit that way. There we go. All right. So for those of you that are going to say this is cut off and you can't see it, you need to hit the bottom of your screen. It will elongate and enlarge your picture, okay? All right. So let's look at this true story around Jeffrey Epstein. All right. Let's start with the pathway, you guys. So he was moved. Whoop. Cards are sticking to my fingers. It's really muggy. He was moved. Probably across water. He was moved. There's a lot of chaos around him still. And there's a lot of fighting because of him still with this 5 of Swords, right? And at the very top, we have that Page of Swords. Okay? That Page of Swords is For me, it's an enlightening card, but it also represents children because it's 12s and unders. All right, so we know that he was moved. We know there's still a lot of chaos around him. And at the very top, we have the Page of Swords. But with the Page of Swords, this is a warrior type energy. So I think he was moved. And there is a lot of chaos around him. And he is being used in this war to save our children, okay? And then what do I see here? I see a good portion of his journey has been put behind him. I see that where he's at now, he's looking out at the world, but he can't really move in the world. Does that make sense to you? Like, his journey is, he's put a good portion of his journey behind him, but where he's at, he can view things, but he can't move forward. Because that's how that Two of Rods is set up, that you're not really moving forward. Above that, I would say that his life is very stressful, and I would also say he is getting ready to complete his cycle here, and I would also say there is a whole shitload of lies around this man. Across from what is he viewing? He's viewing the chaos. He's also viewing these tyrannical systems. This is the Hierophant. That's great change. And so he has a broad view of this. Okay. And then above that, we have that Two of Swords, and that's a stilling. So he's been moved out of troubled water. He can't really move forward. He is living a bit of a stressful life, but there's a lot of lies around him, and he is at the end of his cycle. He is viewing the chaos. He's also viewing the deep state, the cabal, the baddies. Whatever it is that he's viewing is helping to create warriors for the children. Whatever it is that he's viewing these guys and probably what they've done with the children, and so there's a creating of a stilling. So what I'm seeing, what I believe I'm reading here, and I want to make sure that I'm right, you guys, I want to make sure that I'm reading this correctly. What I am seeing here is that Jeffrey Epstein was taken, he was moved. What I'm seeing is that he's unable to actually move through the world, but he is able to view some things. What I'm seeing is his life is very stressful, but there's a lot of lies around him. What I'm seeing is the thing that he's viewing is the deep state, and what I'm seeing is that he's more than likely helping to still that deep state. And I want to know, and he's being used in this war to save our children from who? From the deep state, and also from him, right? So he can't move in the world anymore. He can't move towards those kids anymore. But I'm seeing that he's being used. So am I reading this correctly so far? Please and thank you. This is what I'm seeing, you guys. Let's see if I'm getting it correct. Please and thank you. I think there's a lot of people that want Jeffrey Epstein. A lot of people. All right, but am I seeing this correctly? Please and thank you. Am I reading this to everyone correctly? Please and thank you. What have I got here? I've got that I'm reading this correctly to you with that King of Cups. And with that King of Cups, it says there's a lot of secrets around this guy. And with that King of Cups, eventually things come up from the surface. So my next question is, if I'm reading this correctly, what I'm seeing here is that he has been taken, he's being used, and his cycle is going to end soonish. And so I'm going to ask the question, was he taken by the good military, was he taken by the white hats? That's what I want to know. I want to know if he's being used by the white hats to bring down these bad people. I want to know, was he moved by the white hats, the alliance, the good guys, the people that we would view as those that are fighting on humanity's behalf, the good military? Is that who took Jeffrey Epstein and moved him? Please and thank you. That would be right. That would be right with our nine sovereignty. So with that, there's more that they can say. And I do have another question. So I want them to talk. Should I let them talk before I ask the next question? Yeah, I'm just going to let them talk before I ask the next question. Maybe they'll answer. Maybe I'll get an answer there. So I'm just going to... and with that 9, you guys, that's a deal that he made. Like, he knew that they were going to take him. He made a deal. He made a deal, and he is, again, at the end of his cycle. So it was a plan with that sovereignty card. Like, he was given choices and he took that choice. So let's see what else they want to say there. A lot of illusion around this man. So know that we, through Jeffrey Epstein, we are getting victories. All right, so, there's a lot of illusion around this guy, a lot of lies and illusion around him, okay? So, the magician is part of the show. The illusion around where he's at in the world, there's way more illusion than what we even can comprehend between the 9 of Swords and that magician. There's a lot around this guy that is an illusion, okay? But the good news is that he was taken. A lot of illusion is being created around him, but through him and this taking, we're getting these victory laps. We're getting the victory laps over the bad guys, and we are getting the victory laps over, being able to still these people. And we're breaking new ground every day, apparently, in this case of Jeffrey Epstein. So with that, can I ask, is he a witness? Is he being held? Is he a witness? And he's actually, like, being kept safe so that he can bring down particular people. And being used for the information that he has. Made a deal. He made a deal by the looks of things, and so let's take a look. He's being used right now to bring down people. Yeah, a lot of hard work going in there. He's been being used over a long period of time. He's been being used over a long period of time. So what I want to know now is, all right, so he's been being used over a very long period of time, and I can't even remember when this supposed suicide was supposed to have happened. You guys all know that I can't remember what year's what anymore. So if he's stowed away by the white hats and they want the bad guys truly believing that this guy committed suicide, wouldn't it make sense then that they would swear right now, that they would swear that he did indeed kill himself and that they don't have files on the baddies? Wouldn't it make sense that that would be the narrative? You know, because you don't give away your moves in war, right? Wouldn't that make sense? So am I understanding, like, what I just said is, am I understanding this correctly? Please and thank you. Can you just tell me if what I've just said is correct? Please and thank you. What I just said was correct. So they're not telling people the truth because this is an ongoing investigation. He is still being used. He cut a deal. They've been using him for a long time. They moved him. He's viewing things from the deep state. He's given information that's enabling us to still them. And so because this is still ongoing, we're not receiving the truth around it. And I do, you know, if he made deals, you may never receive the complete truth, because maybe part of his deal was, you know, keeping some things quiet about himself or whatever. So let's just ask, will there ever be a day when we know the whole truth publicly around Jeffrey Epstein? Will there ever be a day when we know the whole truth publicly around Jeffrey Epstein? You're going to know some of the truth, but not all of the truth, because we're in an information war. And, you know, he made a deal, so some of the information around Jeffrey Epstein will never be known. That's just how it is. That's just kind of how it is. My other question, I guess, is, oh, what was I going to ask? I'm trying to remember. So just clarifying, did Jeffrey Epstein indeed have blackmail files on people? Just one card will do. Did he have blackmail files on certain people? Videos, files, documentation of any and all forms. Did he have things documented so that he could blackmail particular people of power that were doing icky things? Please and thank you. So did he indeed have files? Let's ask. So we got the 3. So not just him, I would say. I would say he spread his files out throughout a community. So let's get a story there. All right, so it looks to me like there are other people that were working with him that he shared these files with. So not just him, but these people within the community are now being bound. All right. And then, so he's, from where he's sitting, unable to move forward in the world, he is able to give the dirt on the other people that are also holding files, and tell a lot of secrets around these communities, and tell secrets on people that you wouldn't even think or know. Like, yeah, people that you would know, but also people that you wouldn't. So did I just read that correctly? Please and thank you. So it wasn't just him. It was files for a whole community. And I think that means the files were for the people that were actually controlling him. Because he's not a big player. He was a puppet, right? So am I reading this correctly? Please and thank you. One more. I'm reading that correctly with the Queen of Pentacles. That's my yes. So it's not just him that had files. Like, he shared files with other people. So now I'm going to ask, so he would get the files and then he would give the files over, but also keep files himself, because it looks like it's a community of people that have these files. Is that correct? Please and thank you. That's correct. A lot of kids on these files. There's more to talk about here. It will bring upon a great awakening. Oh, so many kids in these files being held. Yeah. Alright, so the files that he has are children, things that they do to the children, and holding the children, and the money that's being made off of the children. And some of the people within these files, with this 5, I would say with the 5, didn't even know. Some of these people in these files didn't even, like, they weren't even willing participants. It looks like they were tricked into things and then found out and were devastated afterwards. So possibly drugged certain people and made things look a particular way with children. So there's a lot to unpack there in those files. Am I reading this correctly? Please and thank you. They want to talk about the kids. What to say about the kids? They want us to know this is a victory. Okay, so they want us to know, as we've gotten this information, they want us to know more about the kids. They want us to know that we've had many victories, that this stuff with our children we're ending it. And starting something brand new for these kids. So a lot of these kids have been rescued, and starting something new and loving for them would mean like a healing going on. So they want us to know that there's a lot being done to rescue kids as well. And so now, can I ask, did I read these 2 things correctly, please and thank you? Yeah, I read those two things to you correctly. So they don't want you, they want you to remember that we're having victories and we're ending things, and that those files are an exposure of things, and that there's victory here. You know, ending the stuff that's gone on with these kids, bringing these kids healing and a new way of being. So we've had many victories during this whole Jeffrey Epstein bust and the taking of him and all of that stuff. And they want you to remember that, okay? So keep that in your mind. So the cards that we got kept saying that he was at the end of his cycle. So they're just going to say that, yes, he killed himself, and then will they probably just execute him for his crimes against humanity, and that will be that. Is that kind of, once they're done getting the information, done using him for whatever they need to use and have his assistance in, once that's done, will he, will he face execution? Please and thank you. Yeah, that's my yes with the Lover's card. That's my higher arcana saying, yeah, he'll face execution. And with that, I would say probably there are people that their testimonies against him will help bring him there. Women and whatnot, girls and women, and even young boys. So yeah, he'll just face execution, you guys, but he's being used right now. So I know that people are really upset, and they're like, Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, and Dan Bongino and Trump are screwing us over. So I want the universe to tell me, is Pam Bondi pulling a fast one on the American people and screwing them over? Is she just more of the same? Is she just another paid for in the pocket of the baddies person? The woman we see is Pam Bondi on the world stage. The Hierophant. All right, so let's read the conversation about Pam Bondi. Can you guys see this? I gotta go up just a little bit more. Everything's so sticky. All right. So, Pam Bondi is part of a system. See, she's part of a cabal system, right? And that's because our court system and everything is set up. It's a cabal system. But here's what's interesting. She's bringing something new to this system. And she's crossing bridges that hadn't been crossed before. All right, and she's setting traps, and she is putting out misinformation. She is. But she has a major focus, and that is to bring a whole death and a rebirth to this system. And that is by showing the ugliness on the earth plane here within this system. So that's her job. And that's what she's doing. She's starting something new within a corrupted system, is what I'm seeing. Is that correct? She's bringing something new to this system. She's crossing bridges in this system that haven't been crossed before. She's very focused. What she focused on, she's focused on setting traps. She's very focused on giving disinformation and getting the population to worry and fret. She's very focused on that. That's something that she's intending to do. And I would say her life as well is also a bit stressful. And she's very focused on showing the ugly things within the system. So something can be birthed new. Is that correct? Please and thank you. I'm so sticky. One more shuffle. Is that correct? Am I reading this correctly? Please and thank you. I'm reading that correct. So, you know, she's playing a role, you guys. She's doing something within that system that is different. And that's just kind of the way of it. And it doesn't always look neat in a nice little neat package like what we the people would want. But there's something big going on within that system. And she's there to help see it happen. So with one card, I don't want a story now that we've looked at Pam Bondi. I don't want a story, but just with one card, is Kash Patel working on humanity's behalf? Is he a good guy working right now on humanity's behalf? Please and thank you. One card. Jeez, I'm this sticky. Yes, Kash Patel is a good guy. Working on humanity's behalf. Alright, so Dan Bongino. How about Dan Bongino? We don't need a story about him either. Just, you know, is he a good guy? Working on humanity's behalf. Playing a role. Working a part to work on for humanity's behalf. Please and thank you. See a positive person working on our behalf. Please and thank you. Dan Bongino, one card. Yes, Dan Bongino is a good guy. Working on humanity's behalf. They're doing what they're told. That's the thing, you guys. This is a military operation, and deals were made, and yeah, that's what I'm getting at least. All right, so now President Trump, is he working to create a better world? Is he working on humanity's behalf? Please and thank you. With one card. One card. President Trump. Is he working on humanity's behalf? Positive work towards humanity's betterment. Please and thank you. Yes. He's the guy that gets people emotional. So let's see if they want to say a little something around the emotions that he creates. President Trump's role, big role of his, is to get people really focused and feeling, and it doesn't matter how they're feeling. He wants the emotions triggered so that he can create this big shift, so that he can get people seeing that they've been enslaved and that this place is imbalanced. And, you know, he wants to create a big shift because our foundation wasn't built on solid ground. So his role is to really rile people up because his job is really big. He has a big job. Am I reading this correct? That he really wants people to wake up And through getting people emotional, he wants them to see that they've been enslaved, that this world is out of whack and out of balance, and that this country's foundation is crumbling, and we need to shift. Is that correct? Please and thank you. That's correct. He's very sovereign with that. Like, he takes things very serious. And we'll let him talk just a little bit more around President Trump. All right, so he's very sovereign, you guys. And he has the money and the means to be able to do things that other people can't do, right? With this Nine of Pentacles. And so he looks out from a place of like, he's got what he needs. He's got all that he needs. But he put his life behind him so that he can step out onto this world stage and start to make a difference. He can view very clearly what's been done to the people, and he wants to make a difference, not just in the world, but the whole world. Not just in the world, but he wants to make a difference for the whole world. So President Trump has a very serious job, and he takes it very seriously. He has that different perspective. And so, have I delivered that message, these two messages correctly, please and thank you. So what the change that he wants to make isn't just for this country because it wasn't built on a solid foundation, but he wants this change to make it the world over. So did I read these two things correctly? Have I delivered this message pretty well, please and thank you. One more, and I'll cut them. Yeah, I read it to you correctly with that. Queen. So, yeah, Pam Bondi, Dan Bongino, Kash Patel, President Trump aren't screwing us over. The information that we've been given around Jeffrey Epstein is because he cut deals. They're using him. He is being protected. He's helping to still these bad people. And, yeah, that's what's going on. So that's what I'm getting, at least, you guys. I wouldn't get too worked up over the narrative. We keep being told that we're living through just an illusion of many things. And as long as the end result is good, the fact is Jeffrey Epstein was a puppet. And if he made deals and he was taken and put in protective custody or wherever he is, so that he can help bring down the people controlling him, I'm okay with that. And in order to do this the way they need to do it, for whatever the reason is, if they need to tell the American people that the guy is dead, I don't much care. People already equate his reputation with human trafficking and prostitution. So people already equate him with that. So now if he can bring others, the bigger people, down, then I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I don't care what the narrative is. And so with what I just said, you know, is Jeffrey Epstein, you know, by him being taken and moved under the guise of you know, suicide and whatnot, the work that he's been doing over this long period of time, is it helping to bring down people in the upper echelon that, you know, were the ones puppeting him, his controllers, and maybe even the controllers of his controllers? Is that how this is working? Please and thank you. One card, please and thank you. Yeah, that's how that's working. So I'm not worried about the narrative. I just want the cleanup to happen, and they tell us we've had many victory laps there. So that's what I'm getting. At least you guys rejoice. Rejoice. What they're having to tell you, tell people on the world stage, and what's really going on. You know, we're living through a time of illusion. But apparently, for a long period of time, ever since the supposed suicide, he was whisked away, and he has been helping to bring down his controllers and even their controllers. And so when it's all said and done, he'll be taken care of. And you may never know the truth about him because he made deals. But his reputation's already ruined as somebody who solicited and prostituted underage girls. And he's already known for that stuff. So if he can bring down the big dogs and just keep his reputation as skeezy, because he cut a deal, and the big dogs fall because of him, I'm okay with that. And that's what the universe is saying is happening. So you guys, I hope that you enjoyed the reading. I hope you found a little value in that. Again, this is just what I'm getting. Use your own intuition. Take from it what resonates. Toss the rest. That's how we do it. The more we use our intuition, the stronger it gets. So the more you use it, the more you validate it, the more it will validate you, the more it will come in, the easier it will be for you to use that intuition for your own discernment. So anyways, I hope that you found some value here. I'm going to take a nice cold shower, and I hope that you have a blessed week. So this is being read at the end of my day on... not the end of my day, but the tail end of my day. I've just been working and sweating. I've been doing physical work, and I'm sweating and sticky and nasty. On the 7th, and I'm going to put it up. I might just put it up tonight. I don't want to try putting it up right now because the internet's busy at this time, and it will take forever for it to go up anyway. So I might put it up later tonight, or I might put it up tomorrow morning, the morning of the 8th. But either way, it was read today, Monday the 7th. And I'll either upload it tonight or early tomorrow morning when the internet's not as busy and it won't take as long for it to upload. All right, you guys, I love you all very much. I hope that you've had a wonderful day. Stay in that love vibration, stay positive, stay joyful, and keep the faith, and don't allow the black pills to get you. All right, I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. I will talk to you later. Bye.